it's not. CBD is not marijuana, okay? And it's a humongous misnomer, right? And this is part of the reason why it is mainstream, is because plants have male, female, and actually hybrid versions of them. When you completely strip out the THC down to the minimalist amount, 0.3% is what the federal government allowed in the Farm Bill. And what all the studies show on that is if you ate your weight in CBD at 0.3%, you would still have zero high. You would have zero psychoactive effect. So hemp has been legally classified by the federal government as zero psychoactive and has trace elements of THC less than 0.3%. Okay? So all of Wanae's products, at the minimum, are federally illegal, and all of these guys, except for these, have zero THC. So only these guys have 0.3% THC, and these ones, the THC molecule has been isolated and extracted out of these guys, and so there's zero THC in them. Okay, CBD is not addictive. Countless amounts of studies have come out that show that our body doesn't build up a tolerance to it. It's amazing. The same is true with THC, by the way. It does not matter how much you're taking over time, your body does not build up a tolerance to it, and that is not true with any other pharmaceutical. Your body builds up a tolerance to these things. So incredible. Cannot overdose. Ryan mentioned that there was the first company that got a patent on CBD is a company called GW Pharmaceutical. FDA approved it last June, and you can give the equivalent of an entire bottle, one of our bottles, sublingually to a 3-year-old in one dose, because they're having a grand mal seizure, and it's completely harmless to the child. A 3-year-old can take the equivalent of an entire body sublingual, and that's what the dose is. You put it in your fridge in a syringe. If your kid's having an attack, you run to the fridge, put it under their tongue, and the whole entire amount would be in the tongue. So you're not going to ever overdose on CBD. The only thing you're going to do if you're taking more of it is it's going to go in and have more effects. And maybe it's the first time you're taking it, you may be a little more drowsy. Okay, that's the only aspect of it. CBD is a neuroprotectant. Okay, Google these things. These aren't our statements. These are scientific studies that have come out. Federal government patented as a neuroprotectant, protects your brain. Anybody that is having it's hard to get into these areas, you guys, because we have so many neat stories from our customers, and we're under massive scrutiny of making claims, as you can imagine, right? And so I tiptoe around this. If I could tell you from my heart the stories of people that are having massive mental issues. I'm talking central nervous issues in the equivalency of Parkinson level shakings. There's people in this room that I know have had years and years of struggling, and within 10 minutes of taking our product has had an immediate effect. And I'm seeing heads nod in here, you guys know what I'm talking about. This stuff is incredible. My best friend, Brandon, his grandma, cutest little gal in the world, lost her husband a couple years ago. Her mental health started to go down, right? And I think we see that a lot when one of the spouses dies. She was a big-time big-time puzzler, loves playing puzzles, games, and she lost that edge for whatever. Something happened and she couldn't do puzzles. She didn't have the mental acuity that she used to have. Something slipped. And the cutest thing in the world was knowing she started taking this, not for that reason, and that the light bulb popped up on her. Well, Wendy actually came up and said, Dodie's doing puzzles again. She's back to it, and the connection was made that it was from that. And that was a side effect, okay? And I love talking about the side effects of CBD. You'll hear me mention this. The number one side effect of CBD, you may want to be careful if you're taking CBD because it's the number one side effect, and you may want to write this down, is whether you believe in CBD or not, whether you take this and you go to sleep, every single study that's ever been done on CBD shows that you will experience 20 to 30%, 25 to 30% more REM sleep. So if you don't want REM sleep, if for whatever reason you're looking to get less sleep, less deep restorative sleep, you want to cut out 20 to 30% more of that, do not take CBD. Or take it early in the day, like really early. Okay, that's the number one side effect. And it's the number one compliment that we get, and you will get, is I slept like a baby. I haven't slept that good in years. You guys will hear that over and over and over again, okay? It has a calming effect on your scatterbrain, okay? And it gives you the ability to shut that off and get that deep sleep, and it's incredible, okay? And for that one reason alone, you should take it. Keep going. CBD. CBD is an acronym. I saw Marcy's Facebook page today. She said, "Did you know CBD it's an acronym? It's not actually a word. It's short for cannabinoid." Oh my gosh, thank goodness they call it CBD. In 1993, our body had a 13th system added to it. There's the endocrine system, the central nervous system, the blah 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 system. There was 12 major systems, and the 13th was added in 1993, and it was the endocannabinoid system. All of our bodies have these. You have them, we all have these. It's the largest single neurotransmitter in our entire body. Okay? It's greater than the central nervous system. Okay? Every single one of our cells bonds perfectly with cannabinoids. Topically, ingestingly. In fact, it's not just us, it's every vertebrate alive. Anyone with a skeleton bonds perfectly. And our body makes these, you guys. This is why it was called the endocannabinoid system. It's not because of marijuana. It's because our body creates what's called endocannabinoids. Endogenous. Endogenous means we make them. But what happens is just like our hormones, and as the pituitary gland starts to shrink, our body creates less and less things, right? And so as you go out and you take a cannabinoid that comes from a plant, phytocannabinoid, your body's like, oh yeah, this is good stuff, I remember this. And if you keep taking it, it starts to produce it on its own. And then guess what? You don't have to take as much. And that's why Big Pharma hates this, is because it actually starts to creating your own. And it's a killer to the Big Pharma industry, okay? So it's incredible. And you guys, don't even remember one thing I said. Just go and Google whatever your symptom is, and just Google CBD for one. CBD, go on YouTube, go on Google, anywhere. And I will tell you 100 to 1 the incredible results and comments. And you can't even go see an incredible movie and have, something like that. So it's just amazing the results that come out. So then, getting into our products. We came out first and foremost with this bad boy right here. And this is our flagship product. It's called Spectrum. And it comes in gel capsules. So if you've ever seen these things, they're golden, beautiful golden gel capsules. They look like fish oil capsules. And this is Mother Nature's recipe. This comes straight out of the plant. Inside of the Spectrum, it has a whole bunch of things besides CBD. It has what's called terpenes. Terpenes are things that are in like pinene and pine needles that create an incredible smell, but they're extremely healthy for our bodies. There's something called flavonoids that is a deep, dark color that is highly rich in antioxidants. And flavonoids are in wine, and that's why, it's like, drink less wine every single night. It really helps your heart. It's the antioxidant effect of the flavonoids that are going in there and helping your heart health, okay? Well, guess what? Hemp has more flavonoids and terpenes than wine does, okay? And so magically now, not just the CBD and not just the other cannabinoids, there's things in this plant that is helping us, and there's something called the entourage effect. So from here, we can take this wonderful thing and this gel cap, and we can take out the THC. Okay, and so the engineers at Wanae have gone in and they negatively isolate the THC molecule, pull it out, and then with that we can create all these different formulations. And the first one is this thing called Wanae Pure. And we didn't just take out the THC out of this; we took out the flavonoids and the terpenes because they smell like marijuana. And people take these, and the first reaction they have, if you've ever tried anyone else's, is this gross. It really tastes like Bob Marley's underwear, is what I joke. It connects that bad memory association, and this isn't about that, right? And so Wanae was really strategic. They went in and they pulled out the flavonoids and the terpenes. And so if you've ever tried this, it's incredible. It is mild. It is flavorless, except we added a hint of peppermint essential oil. And they put a little bit of stevia in it. So it has it tastes a little sugary pepperminty, but there's no sugar, so if you're diabetic or whatever, it's not going to peak your blood index at all. And this thing is incredible, okay? Our best price is this guy right here. This little thing right here, if you are an influencer or if you have like the Prime account, the preferred customer, it's only $48 for an entire bottle, 1,000 milligrams. And we were at the Spanish Port Trade Show, and our competitor right across was selling this thing for $95. And it tasted like Bob Marley's. And it was milligram for milligram, the exact same amount as us, so we were selling apple to apple, and we were half the price. Next is we have 3 powder lines, okay? And as Wanae starts to expand her product line, there'll be more in these categories. But the oil, you can actually go in and dry it out and take the different cannabinoids. And we have a broad spectrum CBD that's in here. So it doesn't have THC, but it's got all the other goodies inside of it, the flavonoids and terpenes. But because it's in a capsule, you can't smell it, you won't taste it because you're ingesting it. And it lasts a little bit longer. Okay, that's one of the other benefits of taking the capsule versus the tincture is the tincture will absorb faster. You'll get a little bit more of it, but it wears off a little bit faster. Whereas the capsules take a little bit longer to kick in, but they have about 50% longer half-life. So some ups and downs there. This thing right here is incredible. I just bragged to the group earlier that I saved about, I think it was about just under $200 over the last 3 months, killing my Red Bulls for these guys. So I've completely dropped my 2 for $5 Red Bulls. And this energy here is incredible because caffeine a lot of times will give people jitters. If they've taken an energy drink or an energy product, the number one complaint is crash and jitters. The number one feedback we have on this, no crash, no jitters. CBD, because of the anti-anxiety, lowers that. And so a lot of times if you're drinking caffeine and you don't like that feeling that you're a little bit tense, well, guess what CBD does, guys? It's the opposite of tense. And so it gives you the energy without the gross effect. It's incredible. My favorite product besides the full spectrum personally, because of what it's done for me, and I'm completely clean now on what I'm putting in here. Calm. Calm is not sleep, okay? So this is made for social anxiety. This is made for you're in bed and you don't want to clunk out, you maybe want to read, but your mind's racing. Or it's made for you just need a little more natural calming than the CBD on its own is going to provide. But it's not a sleeping. You're not going to take this and crash, okay? In fact, none of our products are designed for that. All of our products you can take throughout the day, and the only time that you'll ever potentially experience drowsiness is the first few days that you take this, okay? And there's about 10 to 20% of the people either gives them a little more energy or it gives you a drowsy effect for the first 2 to 3 days. Now what happens is, as you remember, your body starts to create these things, and as it does, you'll no longer be tired or have that wound up effect. Super AI, and then I'll get to PET, and then we're getting close. Super AI is incredible. This thing is designed, in fact, they had to change the name. It used to be called Super Anti-Inflammatory, and they had to change it for the FDA because it was a massive claim. There is stuff in here that you're probably already taking. Okay, you're probably taking curcumin or turmeric if you have anti-inflammation. You're probably taking tons of the stuff in here, but this is designed for joint pain. This is designed for the tennis elbow, muscular joints, any of this stuff, because there's more than just CBD in it. There's MSM, there's glucosamine, there's quercetin, and talk to us after about it. It's absolutely incredible. This is people that have that are intense training in sports are taking this from a recovery standpoint because of the sinew and ligamental effects. Okay. Last but not least, PET. Our human tincture that has the stevia and the peppermint, we've simply pulled that out. You taste this, and it's flavorless, odorless, and it's incredible. Okay, it's 1/4 the potency of the human, and it's incredible for pets. Absolutely incredible for pets. And I'm telling you, the range of things that this does for pets, they can't take. Dogs can't take pain relievers. They can't take ibuprofen. They can't take this stuff. So they go and get any amount of surgery. Poor little guys are in incredible amounts of pain. Dogs, cats, exact same thing. Okay. CBD, just like the little kid who can drink the entire bottle, Your dog can't overdose on this. Your pet can't overdose on this. It's incredible. Let's just say that you've got a dog that pees when people comes over. They have incredible anxiety, or they're a yapper. I'm telling you, people will test this on their animals, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, we need to give this to Dad. We need to give this to so-and-so, because it just has this effect. My dog's a Schnauzer, Yorkie Schnauzer, and those are yappers, right? And what this does with my dog is it mellows her out, and it allows my kids to play with her. Like in the mornings, the only time my dog you can like interact with her because she's just like all over the place. But this completely mellows her. Fireworks. We had tons of comments on our Facebook page about how first time my dog's ever hung out during the fireworks. It's incredible what this does. And guys, to point out why this will work on an animal. The Israeli government puts their bets on this after they've had a traumatic experience or a concussive device. Okay, so this is something that they're put on CBD for these purposes. So it's absolutely going to have an effect on your pet. Our products are third-party tested, and I want to hammer this in. Hemp extracts from the soil. It extracts lead. It extracts heavy metals. It's used in Chernobyl to extract radiation. Okay? They've been cleaning for 15 years Chernobyl radiation with hemp. Google it. Okay? Why? It's incredible. It just sucks everything out of the soil. So you need to be very careful where you're buying this from. It just got legal in December of this year, and there's been a 16-fold increase of farmers. Probably great intentions, all of them, looking to get some gold rush, the green gold, right? They're going out, they're planting this on fields that they farmed with alfalfa or corn or brand new fields, and it's extracting things that have never been extracted before, ever in the soil, okay? And maybe it's fine, but you do not want to take that chance. And so our product has a checkmate on that. Every one of our bottles has this scanning thing, okay? So you get out your phone, you come down here, you turn your camera on it, and it goes, and it opens up a little teeny web page, and it goes to a third party, not us, a third party lab, that every single batch, not like the year, not like the product line, every batch is scanned and tested, and it's tested for heavy metals, it's tested for pesticides, it's tested for toxins, and then more importantly for us, it's tested to say that what we say is in it is in it. I want that on my food now. I want that on every single thing that I'm eating now. Like Big Pharma doesn't even do this, and Wanae does. And they've done it because the founders are, like Ryan said, they're this huge grower that knows this is a big problem and knows that they need to have that checkmate. So you can rest assured every single bottle has been third-party tested, not once, 3 times, you guys, at 3 cycles of the supply chain, and we're just seeing one of them on that. So it's incredible, and more people are going to be forced to do that. I've had other people be like, oh yeah, our company does that, whatever. Like, good, everyone should do that, because this is crazy not to. Here's where we are.